Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing good today. I am going to show you how I made this circular short. You see, looking at it, it looks like I'm wearing a flare skirt. It's a loose but stylish clothing, especially for those who like to wear loose clothing and probably for those who have big butts. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, share and comment. Let's get to it. Take your fabric, fold it into two first, and then fold it into a triangle like we do for the 180-degree circles, just like this. Now from this edge, measure 3.5 inches inward and draw a line. Now add 2 inches to your hips measurement and divide your result by 4. Whatever you get, find a straight line that will give you that figure. My result is 10.9, so I am going to look for a straight line that would give me 10.9. After that, measure what you have from this new apex up to the point that you made on the folded part, and then mark that figure all around. What I have here is 15.5, so from that new apex I am going to measure 15.5. This new line will form my waistline or the radius. The next step is to measure your crotch. So right from the radius, you're going to measure down your crotch. My crotch is 12.5, so I am marking 12.5 right there. To get your crotch, you can divide your hips measurement by 4 and add 2 inches to it. Once you make that mark, draw a straight line to reach the edge of the fabric, and then you curve it to form your crotch curve. Now to the length. From the radius, measure and mark your desired length. The length that I want is 20.5, so I am going to mark 20.5, but for accuracy purposes, measure down from the apex. So put your tape rule on the new apex and measure down to the point that you have just made. What I have from the apex is 35.5, so I am going to mark 35.5 all around in order to give me a perfect half circle. Now let's cut. To cut 0.5 inches above the radius, just like this, and then cut the crotch curve and the length of the short. Now open up your fabric and cut open the folded part. The next step is to sew one of those curves with a 0.5 inch seam allowance. Remember that the curve is also going to form our crotch. Here I have sewn it. The next step is to measure the waistline. So you're going to measure your waistline from one end to the other and multiply it by 2. Remember that the fabric is on fold. The measurement that I have here is 25. I'm going to multiply that by 2. That is 50 inches. Now I am going to cut a fabric of about 55 inches long and 4 inches wide to form my band. Open up your fabric and place the band over the main fabric, right side facing right side. After doing that, sew with a 0.5 inch seam allowance from one end to the other. After sewing, the next step is to fold your fabric this way and cut out the excess that you have on the band. After cutting it, place them together this way. Ensure that the seam of the band match, and then you sew the second crotch with a 0.5 inch seam allowance. After sewing, the next thing to do is to open up your fabric and fold it in such a way that the two crotches are laying directly on top of each other. Now, to complete the sewing of the crotch and the hem, place the bottom area like this and sew with a 0.5 inch seam allowance. After sewing, you see that the short has formed. Now the crotch part is complete, and then we have two legs for the short. Now to the band. First, fold 0.5 inch and then you fold that 0.5 inch on top of the seam that you already have. Your fold has to cover that seam. Pin it all round and then sew it. While sewing it, ensure to leave a space of about 3 inches because we are going to use that space to pass our elastic through the band. After sewing the band and leaving the space of about 3 inches, I am going to cut out my elastic. Cut out an elastic that is 5 inches less than your waist measurement. My waist measurement is 31.5. 31.5 minus 5, I have 26 inches. After cutting, pass your elastic through the band. Once your elastic is out at the other end, put it together this way and then sew with a straight or a zigzag stitch. After sewing it, pull it inside the band and then you sew up the space that you left initially. This is the end result of what we have just sewn. You see, it is very simple and straight to the point, and I think it is actually trendy, so you can make yours and let me know what you feel about it. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. If it was helpful, please let me know. Also, please subscribe, like, comment and share. Till we see again next time, please take care of yourself. Bye.